from the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue Reborn.
What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, where we talk real New York Giants football. No fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns and real standards. I'm Milton. Here's my cousin Ethan. We're here this week to kind of talk to you about some rumblings that's been going on. We're gonna go over the mock draft tracker on NFL.com. I got a few big names, few analysts, and we're just gonna go over some of the names that they feel we're gonna take at 5. And it'll kind of have a discussion as far as, do you agree? Do you not agree? Do you feel that's the way we're going? But I'm gonna quickly
for
list
sure.
these names real quick.
I feel like they all like the same kind of players.
Hey, look, I think it's 2 locations.
Yeah, I know, right?
Where
2
all these
schools.
players coming from. It's not many locations, but it's 2 spots. So we got Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Media. Sonny Styles, he says we're taking at 5. Mel Kiper Jr., ESPN, he says Caleb Downs. Peter Strager, I watch him in, like, the Good Morning,
Yeah, he's a real Giants fan.
Yeah, and he's a diehard. I fuck with him. Francis Malienoa, he says, the offensive tackle. I don't know if he really feels they're gonna do that. If that was like, I hope we're gonna do
I
that.
mean,
Like,
shoot, we ain't mad if they protect Dart.
look, I never gonna get upset at that. Dan Brugler, the Athletic, Caleb Downs, Eric Edholm, NFL.com, Sonny Styles, Lance Zierlein, NFL.com, Carnell Tate. He threw the wrench in there. That was not meant Carnell
That's
Tate
different.
that high up. And then Matt Miller from ESPN, Caleb Downs. So out of all those people I listed, Caleb Downs was mentioned 3 times.
Right.
Sonny Styles 2. We got the lineman, Francis Malienoa, and then we got Carnell Tate once. So
Right.
general consensus, there was a lot more people that were on that list. And when we get to the rest of them, a lot of people actually said Sonny Styles. So
Okay.
I think Sonny Styles is kind of like the front runner. Caleb Downs is next, and then it goes into Malienoa for like that
Yeah,
first round. What you
see,
thinking?
the thing is, I just feel like Sunny Style fits a big need for us right now, but Caleb Downs is probably the better football player.
Yeah.
So it's like you really can't lose it right now with that picking that high up. You can't lose with either player, in my opinion. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shoot. To be completely honest, any of those people on that list,
yeah,
Arnold Tate might be the only one I would say I might substitute.
yeah.
If like he was the only person available, I would definitely be looking to trade back. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yeah,
because I just don't
yeah,
feel like
because
he's a great receiver, but it's like I'm not picking him at 5. Like at 5,
right.
I'm looking for another Malik Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Exactly. You
I'm
want the
saying?
best
I
at
don't
that
see that.
position.
I don't see that from him. He's gonna be a great number 2, but like, are we really drafting a number 2 at 5?
Right. Because I feel like in the past couple of years, we got the best wide receiver. All right, we got Malik Neighbors, best wide receiver in that draft. Then last year we got Abdul Quarter. That's the best edge in that draft. So this year we got to get the best linebacker. Well, Sonny Styles isn't the best. That's probably Alvaro Reese, but or the best safety in that draft. So we just keep getting the best player at that position in that draft. Keep stacking them up. We're gonna have more All Pros, more Pro Bowl players, and just keep building our defense or offense from there.
A few people think we're gonna get the best running back at 5.
Hey,
I
that's
don't know. I don't know. Look,
yeah,
everybody's argument that says Jeremiah Love is going at 5, they all claim that he is a generational talent that you don't pass up, and the Giants are not in the same position that they were in when Saquon got drafted. Saquon got drafted.
right.
We were at the end of Eli's career.
Mm-hmm.
There was no real quarterback. The line was deteriorating. We had no number
Yeah,
1 receiver. So when you really look at like the offense where it is right now, like it's not in a
right.
bad position. Like again, taking a running back that high, I get it, but Joe Shane, if he's still there, look, I saw an interview earlier today that said there's gonna be some major moves in the office prior to the draft, or Joe Shane is
Uh,
kind of questioning his position. He don't know, like he's not gonna have no juice when it gets to the draft. Like he thinks he's still
no.
pulling strings, he ain't got no juice. Like
I
Harbaugh
mean,
running the show, so we might see something happen. I can't get into rumors. I'm gonna wait till official, headlines come out. But
reports come out.
something going on over there, man. Something going on over there, especially how they
Yeah.
fumble the bag with Dex.
Yeah, man. Oh man, don't get me started back with Dex. Quick showdown. I mean, quick. Let's just talk about Dex real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he coming back, man. I think it's the relationship got the milk got spoiled. Keep
Yeah.
getting spoiled. He want QB money, and they not trying to pay him that. They can't. They don't want to. They trying to say like, oh yeah, you just had a down year, and then you want more money, and we still got you for 2 years. You signed the contract, play your contract, and then we could talk about the extension or something like that. So I get it from the business point of view, but it's just like his contract ain't got no guarantee. So I think is that's. I mean, to be honest, I think that's it. I don't think he's going to play another down. I would love for it. I think we all would want that, but it doesn't seem likely
It's
at
it.
this point. When they said we had an impasse, I'm
Yeah.
like,
I was literally,
impasse.
I was literally about to say the same thing, bro. I was like, we had Joe Shane give us the interview, the presser
Hmm.
yesterday. He's gonna tell us that the conversations are going good, and honestly, I think that's what fucked it up.
Uh,
I
oh,
think
Joe talking too much.
literally he went out and went with that GM talk with none of that information being true. And because they haven't come to an agreement or haven't been able to come to anything close, the agent was like, nah, bump that. Definitely not the situation, bro. Let the league know. Send in your
Right,
offers. Like that's not the case. I don't want y'all
right.
that things are sweet over here. They're not.
Mm,
So I I don't know, man. His GM jargon, and again, him not knowing his position in the office anymore. Like there's just
right.
a lot of bad things happening. And man, Dex deserves better than this, man. They shouldn't even be having this
Yeah,
conversation, bro. For what he's done since he's been here,
yeah. He need that bread. He need that chicken. The thing is,
did
if
it.
they had spread out the guaranteed money, I think it'd be a little bit different. They try to hit him with the incentives, but he need that guaranteed money. You're not about to play a whole year and not be guaranteed nothing. Being a top 5 player at your position,
I
maybe
don't.
top 3.
I,
So
I hear you, and I don't think we would be here if he didn't get hurt.
if he doesn't, yeah, nah,
You
they
see
have
what
to
I'm
redo
saying?
that. Give him extension, more
Like
money. So
if he didn't get hurt, one they would have definitely gave him his money, but I don't think Dex would have been like really tripping about guaranteed
mhm.
money if he didn't get hurt because he was balling. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
So like with the change in the environment, that would have been enough to kind of propel him forward, and I don't think it would have been a situation where we're having like a trade request.
mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I think like a lot of things played a part in this. It just was not handled well.
right. So I mean, but maybe Dex see the tea leaves like, yo, as soon as somebody leave, let him watch, mess around, go to Seattle, go be with Leonard Williams, go get a ring
Like
or something.
get back with
Seattle's a
Brissett.
problem.
Oh my god, bro! I'd be sick.
That imagine Dex and Leonard back in Seattle if they have the means. I know they just paid a bunch of players. The wide receiver JSN and who'd they pay? They paid a safety. They played a couple of players,
A
but
bunch of
just
people.
imagine him on that kind of defense somewhere all the way out there. It would be crazy, but
I do.
all I can say is I hope Dex. I wish you well. If this is the last time we talking about you as a New York Giant, besides unless you get paid and you back for another season, we just wish you the best because you've been a force of nature for us, the most double team man in the NFL,
Uh-huh.
helping the linebackers, edges. We appreciate you. The Giants, the franchise, they just don't appreciate how much they want to pay you. And it's not our money, so we can only just rock with our team.
Unfortunately, man, we don't have any say in the business side, man. Us as
Yeah,
fans, we definitely love for you to stay in New York, but we understand you got to get your bread, bro. Go get your money. Go get your money. If we can't
yeah,
give it to you, go get your bread, bro.
yeah, bro.
Hey, with that being said, we're gonna slide right into the spotlight. Big Blue Spotlight.
Right.
This week, we're talking about second round, third round, fourth round. We're talking about some sleepers in the draft, right? Have a quick discussion on, not many people that these players don't really get discussed that much. Throughout the whole time you're talking about the draft, everybody's talking about the first round. And then that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people spend time on the second, third round. Who are these sleeper agents that are gonna come up and actually be like great players, finding another
Right.
remember Blake Martinez before he decided to dip? Like that man,
Yeah.
I fucked with Blake Martinez. Then he wanted to go do like Pokemon and shit, but he was a good run. He was
See, in
good. He was good, and
right.
he came for the low. I think we got him in like the third or fourth round. So like again, he was a sleeper, but yeah, whatever. He decided to go. He had other ventures. But as far as my sleepers, right? I did some offensive sleepers, man.
So,
I wanted to
w-
try to
uh,
talk about some weapons for Dart.
can I say one thing?
What's up?
Can I say one thing before you get started?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you say one? I say one because I know you got a couple. I got a couple, so we can
Yeah.
just bounce off each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Let's flow
saying?
like that. We'll do one. I'll go one and then you take over.
Okay, cool, cool, cool,
All
cool.
right, bet.
And what I was just thinking, like, these are the kind of players that make the team good in the long term because they're all going to be rotational pieces, possibly starters. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Most definitely. That's why we put them on the list because we think they can do something. They can bring something to the team that'll allow us to move forward, allow us to actually
Mhm.
progress and get to the playoffs. That's what I'm looking for. Some
Right.
role
Okay.
players that can actually perform. First player I listed, it's going to be somebody that not many people are kind of looking at, right? A lot of people
Okay.
looking into Mekhi Lemon, they think he's going to be a receiver that goes in the first round. And I actually brought up his running mate, Jacoby Lane from USC.
Mhm.
He's 6'4", 200 pounds. Last year, he caught 49 balls for 745 yards. Not that impressive, but like I said, Mekhi was going crazy. So for him to get
Right.
that with Mekhi, doing everything he was doing, he did pretty decent. And then he had 12 touchdowns the year before that. So
Okay.
he can definitely perform
Produ-
in the
pr-
red zone. He's a big
production.
target for him to be able to run around the back, the back of the end zone for those broken plays and things of that nature when they do get to the red zone and things of that nature. But he's also a long, lanky body that can get downfield and separate.
There we go.
That's really all I had on him. Who you got?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
All
Let me
right.
see one of
So
your sleepers.
I mean, so with the thinking of Dex might not be here, and we're probably going to need some more defensive tackle help. I was looking at defensive tackle Rayshawn Benny from Michigan, 6'3", 298 pounds. Probably got to put a little bit more weight on, but he's projected in the fourth, fifth, sixth range. He's a good rotational piece. Um, a three tech or in a four multiple front. He was at Michigan with Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, so he's played some good ball with some good other players. He's good at he's a strong run defender, good at using his hands, uh, good length, keep offensive linemen off his frame. Um, he's smart. You know, the coaches trust him not to screw up run fits, and that's what we need. We need players that are gonna do their job. Bill Belichick's infamous words: "Do your job. Don't do anything more than that, and let everybody do their jobs, and we can all work off of that." He has experience in pro style defense, over 50 games played, so he's been there, done that. Only a little bit of downside. He doesn't have too much pass rush productivity. A couple of
Okay.
sacks in a few years, so it's not. Maybe that's why he's not projected as higher. But we want him to stop the run, So, and that was what Harbaugh said in the on the owners meeting. We want people to stop the run. Yeah, we got edges on the outside for pass rushes, Yeah, Dexter's one of a kind because he was able to do a little bit of he was able to do both, you know. But
Yep.
Dexter Lawrence only comes around so often. So the only
Yes.
and another thing, he's had some injury history, but typically a safe football player to throw into the rotation that people will like to feel comfortable that he can be in on first and second, and then maybe come off on third down, maybe put, you know, let's say a NASCAR package on the field and get after the quarterback. So
Gotcha.
he's somebody that I like, and
Nah,
like within that third, maybe a late third to sixth round pick if he drops or somebody likes him. But he's a good run stopper, and that's who I got. One of my players in the roll call, not the roll call. I'm
that's
sorry.
what's up. Yeah, that's actually that's not a
Yeah. So.
no, you good. That's a that's a good that's actually a good pickup, man. He would definitely help us out, and with that news, we gonna need it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Who you got
My
next?
my next player, man. Look, it looks like I went with a lot of running mates, right? So the next person on my
Okay.
list right now is actually Jadarian Price, and that's the second running back from Notre Dame, the one that's behind Jeremiah Love. So let's just say,
Okay.
hypothetically speaking, we're not picking Jeremiah Love at 5, and he goes to another team. I definitely think, like, when you look at his tape, he looks like he could be a first round running back. I know a lot of people don't value the running back as a premium position, but I think if you can
Right.
get plus 5 plus
Positional
6
value.
on a majority of your runs, like, that's a great running back right there. Whether he's running up the
Oh yeah.
middle, whether he's running on the outside, he can definitely break open plays. He makes people miss on that first move. And
Mm-hmm.
like, it's tangent with Jeremiah Love. If you see it, it's kind of like what you see in the Lions. What you got, Montgomery and
Oh,
Gibbs, man. Gibbs break it open,
Gibbs.
but Montgomery is still a
Oh
still a
wow.
dog. You know, them two
Yeah.
together. If you watch like some of the Notre Dame, bro, it's a running offense, and they will get on your ass. Both of them are really good, but he's a gritty running back, I think. And him with Scat and Tyrone, like, I think that'd be a good tangent if we're only keeping 3. Like, I think he would jump in front of Singletary if he was,
Good change of
at
pace.
camp. Yep, yep. All right, give me one, give me
Okay.
another one of yours.
So you good with that? Okay. So this is a name. He's the son of Jeremiah Trotter. We got Josiah Trotter, linebacker from Missouri,
Yeah.
6'2", 237. You know, projected as a late second round, maybe in third if he drops some, because some players might. We don't know how the draft goes. Some good players always end up dropping. So hopefully he could drop to us. He's going to be primarily a Mike linebacker, early down enforcer. He's primarily a run stuffer, but you know, um, that's what we need. We're like, I was when I was doing this research, I was thinking, all right, what does Harbaugh want? Run stuffers. So that's why I picked the first element. And Josiah Trotter, he's like an old school linebacker. He was taught by his dad, explosive downhill at the point of attack, diagnoses run plays fast, attacks with authority. He's strong, physical, tackler with real stopping power, maybe some more forced fumbles. He has good football IQ. He reads plays pretty good. He's smart. So if he gets in there, he learns the system. He could be a starter from, like, let's say week 3, week 4, once he starts getting his flow, starts seeing some NFL tape, how players move, because the game speed is way faster than the college
Mhm.
game.
Uh-huh.
So he's he's an early tone setter. He can stabilize defense. The only thing with him, I'll be honest, some coverage concerns. They say he's not as fluid in the hips as far as covering faster guys. I mean, in the NFL, I feel like everybody's a wide receiver. The running backs have to be able to do it all.
Yep.
So like it's hard to cover a running back. They're essentially just bigger wide receivers as far as physically, and then just shorter. That's
Mhm.
about it.
Uh-huh.
He's had some knee injuries, maybe that's why his stock is not as high. It's more just like the pass coverage and some injuries. But at this point, you played a lot of football. You're gonna get some nicks, bumps, bruises, injuries. It's how you bounce back and what
Yeah,
you put
yeah.
on the tape. So
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good name. Um, I like the fact that he has that old school linebacker feel. I mean, his dad was an old school linebacker, hard nosed hitting kind of guy. So some comparables they said kind of like Nick Bolton. So from
Ooh,
the
okay.
Chiefs. So, and he's a good player. So it's just, with the right coaching, the sky's the limit. And it makes sense because he can definitely be a run stopper. Maybe just not the best in coverage, but we can get other linebackers. Tremont Edmonds is supposed to be a little bit better in coverage. So if, Edmonds needs a breather in the first quarter, I mean, the first couple of plays, and then you know, rotate, Tremont Edmonds on third down or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it may be. And then Josiah Trotter on first down, run stop, get behind, push the offense backwards, and then we get the pass coverage linebacker, kind of like when we had Isaiah Simmons and Micah McFadden. Micah McFadden would come off the field, and Isaiah Simmons would come in. But even if Isaiah Simmons was a little bit better in coverage, he'd probably still be on the team. But
Yeah.
it's whatever. But more of a day two, second, third round pick. But Josiah Trotter, if you were picked by the Giants, I would love for you to come. So
Yeah,
that's who
definitely.
I got next.
I saw some of
Who
his
you
tape
got?
too. I saw some of his tape
Mhm.
too. So I think like he's definitely is instinctful. Like I can see it when he plays. It's like he's not spending too much time overthinking shit. He's as soon as that play breaks down,
Yeah.
he knows where he needs to be. So I definitely
Hmm.
talking about he definitely would be a sleeper, man.
No
My
doubt.
next person is probably my one of my favorite sleepers, to be completely honest, man, because I spent a little bit of time watching some of his tape. Now,
Okay.
his his release is not the greatest all the time, but he's got a great release that can definitely look. You get to the NFL, you're gonna get some better coaches. They're gonna be able to teach you some stuff. But he's got a large
Yeah.
frame. He's tall. His contested catches are crazy. When you watch the
Mm.
way that he's able to locate and maneuver his body to get to the ball in spots that
Okay.
other people can't get to, it's like crazy. Some of the catches that I
Who's
saw.
this player you're talking about?
Ted Hurst, wide receiver
Okay.
from Georgia State. So
Okay.
this dude, honestly, Steve Smith, he does his top 10 receivers every year before the draft.
Right.
And I always watch it because I love listening to Steve Smith. That's an all pro, that's a Hall of Fame receiver right there.
Right. Yeah.
He's gonna teach you, he gonna tell you how it is. He doesn't bite his tongue and he don't sugarcoat shit. So I love that because he's gonna tell you, look, if this player is good, he's good. If he's not, he's not. That's just what it is. It's what he sees. But what he said was one of the same things that I said, like the way he can maneuver his body to get the ball, the contested
Hmm.
catches are amazing. And he made a comp. His comp,
Ooh.
and this is from Steve Smith himself. Flashes of Larry Fitzgerald is what he sees from him.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
so,
pretty good. We got a Hall of Famer comparable. That's what I like to hear.
so it was once I heard Steve Smith say that, man, I went and did my own little research and started watching some of his highlight tapes, and that's when I started
Mhm.
noticing, man, the contested catches, the way he's able to, like, there was one he was catching. There was a ball thrown to him on his outside shoulder, running on the right sideline, and the way that he turns around,
Mhm.
catches the ball, completes the spin, pushes off, and still gains like 6, 7 yards after that. I was like, how do you do that? So it's bro,
You always do that.
he looks nice, man. And I'm not Sison saying he's supposed to be like a first rounder, but he's definitely a sleeper.
Okay.
I think like second, third round, he can definitely be picked up.
Okay.
So I definitely
Oh,
want us to kind of make some magic happen in that first round so we can get a little bit more capital, man.
right. Yeah. I mean, shoot. I was thinking. All right, science Andrew. What if we trade decks, get 3 first rounders, a couple of second rounders? Long story. A man can dream. Okay. Uh,
I mean, it's not. Hey, it's not too far off at this point, the way things are looking.
I know, right? More darts at the dartboard. So
It's not looking too far off, man. We might have a couple of firsts as opposed to us not
right.
having a third. We might have a
Mm-hmm.
couple of firsts in a couple of seconds. So
Yeah, I know, right? That's
all we
all it
gotta
takes. The
do,
right phone call.
all we gotta do is just continue to watch. Ultimately, I don't want those picks, man. I want Dex here, but like, hey, man, if that's the direction we're
Right. That's
going,
true.
and we gotta shed the past and literally gotta let go of some of the seniority and the players that have been here for a long time, and they might be a little
Mm-hmm.
disgruntled and they don't want to deal with the nonsense anymore. Like I get it, but
I feel
Dart,
like
Dart
the
and
longest tenure.
Scadaboo only been here for a year. They haven't been here for all of that. They ain't giving two shits about none of that losing shit. They're coming in
Right.
here and they going head first, balls to the wall, so that we can get to the Doves. So
No.
if,
Get to consistent playoff appearances. That's what we want.
that's what we're looking
Consistent
for.
playoff
So if that's what we
appearances,
got to do to move forward,
strong seasons.
that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. I got one more player for you.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a little bit older,
Okay.
but he's still on the defensive side of the ball. We got trade end Stucks from Arizona, cornerback.
I saw him.
6'2", 200 pounds, a longer, lengthy corner. Typically, people have been saying he's going to be picked in the day 2, day 3 range. I like him. He's a hybrid. He's played a couple of positions, nickel corner, DB, can mess around and play some safety if we don't get the safety that we want. Downs. The He's just versatile, like I said. He's had a lot of snaps, over 2,000 snaps, over multiple alignments. That shows me that he's smart. He knows what he's doing. He's good communicator. Um, he has zone instincts and ball production. Those are two things you want to look at when you're looking at the tape. He has good things like that. Good in zone. I said that. He's good at he reads the QBs well, breaks on throws, and he's physical. That's one thing I really do like about him. Kind of
Okay.
like Andrew Phillips, he kind of sets the tone. If a running back runs to his side, they're not trying to nah, he gonna get hit. They're gonna be getting put down in the dirt.
You're
That's why I like
I love that.
then that's what I like, corners that hit. Because I can name one corner on our team that would definitely get out the way when certain running backs come his way. I mean, you're getting paid too much money not to try to put your body on the line. You're getting paid millions. So, I mean, shoot, this is just the part of the game. So, and somebody who likes to do that,
Right.
that's the kind of guy you want on your team. Um,
I feel it.
he said he hits like a safety, aggressive and run support, willing to take on blocks. And that's a big thing because when you see those offensive linemen coming at you, they jump out the way. It makes the running back easy for
Yep.
him to run. So if you take it on those blocks, now the running back don't know where to go,
Mhm.
and it lets linebackers flow to the ball a little bit better.
They
Things
have
like
a
that.
body. No, definitely.
Just versatile. Oh, excuse me. He had some good testing numbers. He had a 4.33. Um, but there's always some concerns. He's not the greatest in man coverage, but I was thinking, according to our scheme, we're going to be playing more a zone with Denard Wilson. So he's better in zone, not really a press man corner, but zone run tackler kind of guy. Jack of all trades. So when that's the thing, is when they say you're a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. But in the NFL, if they get him in one position and let him train there for a year, it's like kind of like on the offensive line. Offensive linemen, they want to cross train them at different positions. But if you just leave them at one position, like
They can thrive.
yeah, exactly. Our right tackle, Jermaine Illuminor, they had him starting at left guard, and then he finally got back over to right tackle, and he's been there ever since. Just got a new contract because of it. So
Yep.
it's like you keep players at one position, let them keep training, get comfortable with that, get comfortable to the person next to them, calls of that nature. Then the floor, their ceilings can raise, especially. You know, um,
Yeah.
yeah, some concerns. His age, some injury. Most of these players have some type of injury. Nobody's coming in perfect. It's like few players like Caleb Downs that have like no injury history. You know, Jeff Okuda a couple of years ago, he had no injury history.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very far and few between.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I just like that he's versatile. Um, he's willing to stick his nose in the dirt. You know, make some plays in the run game, and that's what we need. We need a corner who's going to do that, and then long, lengthy corner, good in zone. So hopefully we can pick him up maybe in like the third, fourth. Maybe we get some picks from a traded player. I don't know, or we trade back. I don't know. Maybe we just get some picks and we can pick him up. And it seems like it will be good. He can fit in our scheme well.
Yeah.
So
No, definitely. I gotta look into him because I haven't seen any of his tape, but I heard his name a couple of times as well. So I definitely look into
okay,
him.
yeah,
That's
check him out,
cool.
man.
I gotta check
Check
him
him
out.
out. Yeah, yeah, that's trade
Well,
in stocks from Arizona.
word. And with that being said, we're gonna roll into the roll call. Not really a long conversation about this one, but I definitely want to ask you guys out there. We just listed quite a few sleepers, but who do you guys think? Who did we miss? What other players
Mm,
are still available or will still be available in the later rounds that you guys think are sleepers? Let us know in the comments. We really want to hear so we can kind of look into it and see if we need to change our list up.
okay.
Keep us
Yeah,
posted.
hold up, mate. Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, I'm listening.
What position, not a player, what position do you think will have a sleeper?
I think it's the receivers, man. There's so many
Mm,
receivers that if you're not really sitting down and like watching these receivers play, because they got a lot of people that say they got injury history and things of that nature. Like Jordan Tyson hasn't been hurt for 3 years, man. He's been balling. So it's like, really, are we really talking about like
yeah.
high school injuries and stuff like that? Like people get hurt.
Yeah,
Football, like
it's
they're gonna go.
100% injury game.
That's just what it is. So it's like, I think there's a lot of sleepers that um there's going to be some great receivers that drop in the draft because of conversations like that. So I
Positional
think the
value.
receivers, exactly.
So,
What about you? What you think?
um, you said wide receiver. I think there's going to be a sleeper at the defensive tackle market. I think there's going to be some defensive tackles that go higher than we expect because of positional value. The trenches are just so important in the NFL. We just seen the Seahawks get a Super Bowl, rushing four, not really blitzing too much
Yeah.
or blitzing at the right time. So just having that good defensive line, I think the sleepers or a sleeper is going to be in the defensive tackle. Someone's going to step up and be, their name's not as big with the major markets, but the film's going to speak for itself. And let's say September, October, November, Thanksgiving, we're gonna be talking about a rookie defensive tackle being like, wow, hold up. He wasn't really on anyone's radar, but this guy might be the man right now in the top 15 defensive tackles in the NFL, top 10 or something like that. And it could be a rookie. So that's just my opinion.
Hey, we're gonna see, man. I hope so, shoot, because we might have to be filling that hole with a few other players. So hopefully there are some
I just hope
sleepers that we can pick up.
hope they're
That
all
we find some gems.
hopefully they're on our team.
Yeah. So we're gonna see, man.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we're gonna slide right into the standard. This one, it's real simple, man. Because I'm starting to feel a little shaky as far as decisions being made in the background. But are we about to
Mhm.
fumble the bag on pick number 5 this year?
What? What? Fumble the bag. Man, we don't fumble no bags, bro. How could you fumble this year? Really? How could you fumble this year? There's so many good players
Yeah.
in the top 150, 20, the consensus top 10. You can't if we fumbled the bag, it would only be, knock on wood, because of injury, and then we wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing I feel like it could possibly happen.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like we're gonna get one of those three players. All those big boards were saying consensus. We're either gonna get Downs, uh, Francis. How you say his last name? I always be butchering it.
Francis
Mayoga,
Maui Noah, Francis
Maui
Maui.
Noah,
Yeah.
or Sonny Styles. Either one, we get the offensive lineman, we help Dart. We get the defense, we help Dart by helping him get the ball back more. You know what I'm saying? Let
Yeah.
the ball be in his hands more. So either way, it's gonna be a beautiful thing for us. But I don't know how we could fumble the bag. Do you think we're gonna fumble the bag this year?
I don't know, man. This Dexter Lawrence thing got me messed up, but nah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me keep it at that. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's not really
Mm-hmm.
many things that we can do wrong with number 5. If we
Right.
take somebody from Ohio State, they're gonna be a great player. Like
Right.
even Carnell Tate, I don't think we should take him at 5, but even him, even if we were to take him, like he would automatically catapult himself into number 2, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So he
Right.
could be a great receiver, but I think it's like, man, you would have to be on a personal vendetta to mess the Giants up in order for you to mess this up.
Right.
It's just there's too many good players, and if you don't want that player at 5, I'm sure somebody else will take him, and you could trade back and get some more real estate for players that are in the back, some more draft capital. So it's 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 really a win-win no matter how you look at it. Whether you trade back, get
Mhm.
some more capital, we take one of the blue chip players, and we stay in the top 10. There's really nothing negative that I could say about pick 5, and I think that they're gonna do something smart, man. So I'm hoping
Right.
we're gonna stick with in Hardball we trust,
Yup.
and hope that his plan that he's got in motion, we don't know
Mhm.
all the moving pieces, but we just watching the ride. We just watching the ride as they continue to make. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, man.
And
It's
Harbaugh we
hard.
trust.
It's hard for them to fumble this pick. So just like you said,
Yeah.
Hardball we trust.
Too many
With
good
that being
players.
said, look, do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap it?
Um, nah. I mean, the only way they could fumble the bag is if they reached on a player, and I don't even think there's a player you could reach on. Like,
Oh, many.
it's just it's it just makes sense on how the first 4 picks are dropped to us. You know,
Mhm,
like what if
mhm.
Arvell Reese falls to us? We not even talking about him. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like, yeah, he's a linebacker slash edge, and I mean, if we picked him. Now we got a great problem with Carter, Burns, Thibodeau, Reeks. Like it would be crazy. I'm just thinking outside the box, but you know, who knows? I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna fumble the bag. Only way we could, it's if we reach it. I don't think we're gonna do that. So let's just stick to the plan. Get an Ohio State player. Let's get some defensive Pro Bowlers. Let's get some playoff wins. And let's see this. Let's see our futures change. Let's see the Giants get reborn.
Exactly. See, there you go. You already know. With that
Yes,
being
sir.
said, man, look, you already know we try to have great conversations with the Giants Nation. And with that being said, guys, we will see you next week. This is the new era. This is the standard.
From the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue, Reborn.